What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 473 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 125 of usually Friday Night Genesis, but on this occasion, Saturday Night Genesis. As we bring you another action-packed card, as always, that gets underway with some Cyborg Invitational action. Homecoming 3 is on the horizon, just 2 weeks away. And we know that next week, in the main event of Genesis, Reese Ortiz will meet Josh Wolf in a 2 out of 3 falls match to determine the winner of the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational. But this matchup right here, simply just to see if Elijah Stewart can finish positive or not, because of course Reese Matthews is currently at 1-3, so there's no way he can finish positive. But Elijah, who sits at 2-2, can at least finish positively at 3-2. Whereas Reese just looks for another upset, just like how he beat Josh Wolf a couple of weeks ago in their invitational meeting. But we do know that Reese Ortiz, Josh Wolf, either one of them will place first, and then they'll be joined by Elijah Stewart and Adam Valentine in the top 4. So let's say Josh Wolf wins, for instance, next week, then Reese Ortiz, Elijah Stewart, and Adam Valentine will compete in the Feast or Fired game. One of them will receive a mid-card title opportunity, one of them a tag team title opportunity, the other will receive a pink slip and be fired from Genesis. As the Good Vibes Kid, of course, in high spirits, but deep down inside, you know he's got to be anxious, because in 2 weeks at Homecoming 3, he finally goes one-on-one for the first time ever with Bob Luger, no holds barred, and Elijah Stewart says he's going to end Bob Luger's career once and for all. Cannot take his eye off of Reese Matthews tonight. Last week, Elijah Stewart may have let his beef with Bob Luger cloud his judgment, and that allowed for Reese Ortiz to defeat him. Now Ortiz, if he can beat Josh Wolf next week, could become the first man ever to finish completely unbeaten in a Cyborg Invitation, because you know the past 3 years, every single winner has lost at least one match. Troy Voodoo went 8-1, Justin Sane went 7-1, and last year Travis King went 7-1. Nice body splash right there by Elijah Stewart. Actually, Travis King went 1-1, because one of his invitational matches went to a double countout. But still 5-1, just one loss. So we'll see if that tradition keeps up next week. Right now, though, this could be a show-stealing matchup. I do believe it. I don't remember these two ever fighting one-on-one. They may have, but to me, at least, currently, I don't recall a time when they did. So certainly, yeah, hell of a matchup. Front headlock there by the former undisputed champion. Reels the former 2-time Alpha World champion in for a DDT. What up, Topher, Dynamic, Soul, Maury, etc., etc. Welcome all. Glad to have you. Great show it's going to be. Super kick by Elijah Stewart. Of course, tonight's main event, Josh Wolf, going to be in action when he goes one-on-one with Alpha World Champion. Actually, General Manager Castle Fave allowed both Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf to choose their opponents tonight. Wolf wanting to give the CMV Universe, I guess, a preview of what he feels will happen at Cause and Effect, because if Josh Wolf defeats Ortiz next week, and then Chris Andrews is able to retain the Alpha World title against El Jefe at Homecoming, and that's the match we'll get in the main event of Cause and Effect. Josh Wolf and Chris Andrews for the Alpha World Championship, while Reese Ortiz, interestingly enough, has chosen to face his own partner in Adam Scott. So that should definitely be an interesting matchup. Tonight, we've also got Brett Angel in singles action for the first time in a long time. I think his first singles matchup this season, coming off of being the special guest referee in last week's Anarchy title match. He takes on D'Angelo Prince, but we also have what is going to be probably the matchup I'm most looking forward to tonight. International champion Dallas Steele goes one-on-one with a former international champion and the Russian Ogre, Guri Sakharov. Of course, both of those men will be representing Genesis at Homecoming 3 when Dallas Steele faces Fusion's United States champion Alistair Knox. And of course, Guri Sakharov goes one-on-one with Fusion's monster, Damien. But right now, guys, Brain Buster by Reese Matthews, showing Elijah Stewart how it's done. Yes. I do remember that. That was last season. Josh Wolf beat Ryan Kent. Not elbow. Rush over to the corner now. Elijah Stewart coming up from behind. Bob Luger, you know, hasn't been in action since, since the triple threat match for the Alpha World Championship at Absolution. So Bob Luger, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not the time off aids him and getting some rest, or if it hinders him and, you know, he comes into the match against Eli a bit rusty. That'll be 6 weeks off for Bob Luger. Nice elbow drop and a kip up. Of course, 2 more episodes of Genesis still to go. 3 more, including this one, until Homecoming 3. So I guess anything can happen. But Bob Luger, I do believe, is still suspended by Castle Famous. Oh, Reese Matthews just scoop slammed Elijah Stewart onto the ring apron. Dear God, that reset the count somehow. I don't know about that, but I guess that's good because we were getting dangerously close. It was at kind of 7. Jesus Christ, though. Elijah Stewart, he better be smart, man. He can't risk an injury here going into Homecoming 3. And look at that monkey flip right into the security wall. Elijah Stewart going to fire back strong. What's up, Gumbel? Just in time, but now a count of 6 guys slaps the tip on the way down for that reverse DDT. That's the former undisputed champion, who of course is still investigating the case of the gum on his shoe. Still heavily looking into that mystery. Guys, count of 8, and Reese Matthews might be about to get himself a count out win. Oh my God, he's gonna do it. 10. Reese Matthews defeating Elijah Stewart via countout. Reese picked Elijah up, laughed in his face, and then beat him to the ring. Reese Matthews finishes 2 and 3, as does Elijah Stewart now. Guys, I actually have to think for a minute. Hang on. Oh my God! Do you know what that means? That means that Reese Matthews has just beat out Elijah Stewart for a place in the top 4. Reese Matthews just knocked Elijah Stewart out. Reese Matthews now will place in the top 4. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Reese Matthews, I guess, seeing his opportunity ringside environment to wear down Elijah Stewart and then beat him via countout, and now Matthews will place in the top 4. Elijah Stewart is going to finish 5th. Dulazier, we know, is finishing last. So now that means Adam Valentine. That means that Reese Matthews will place 4th, Adam Valentine in 3rd. And then after next week, Reese Ortiz, Josh Wolf, the 2 out of 3 falls final. We'll find out who places 1st and 2nd, of course. The superstars that place in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th will compete in a Feast or Fired minigame. So one of them will get a mid-card title shot, one of them will get a tag team title shot, and one of them will be fired. They'll get a pink slip. Not yet, Cena. Actually, Bateman was in here before, but he hasn't been chatting, so I think he left. But I'm pretty sure he's making you your call. So that means that either Josh Wolf, Reese Matthews, or Adam Valentine will be fired. But guys, the action must go on. Tag team action up next as Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva take on former Fusion Tag Team Champions Dance Party. Dance Party making their debuts as a part of the Genesis roster, as did the ATL some weeks ago. Last week that the ATL received a World Tag Team title shot against the current champions, the Good Brothers Xander Slate and Randy Orton, but failed to bring the titles home. Now it is Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva's chance to get another crack at the belts that, of course, the Good Brothers beat them for back at Absolution 3. Last week, Castle Fave was bombarded by Kevin Silva, his seductress, what's the word looking for? Seductress, right? Saria, who we become well acquainted with, and Swanson, who said that it wasn't fair they had to face the ATL for a shot at the titles. You know, they were preparing for Imaginary Friends. With Imaginary Friends dropping out and not making it to the arena, they should have automatically been given the championship opportunity. And Castle Fave said, I'll give you one more chance for a shot at the titles if you can defeat Dance Party here tonight. So Swanson Silva, they've got a lot on their plate tonight, but they had best not underestimate the Von Braun. So like I said, our former Fusion Tag Team Champions. Might not guess it by looking at them. Yo, what up, Luke? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Here comes the self-proclaimed Portuguese wrestling god, Kevin Silva. Of course, tonight, guys, definitely looking forward to the anticipated debut. The Forsaken, Uriel Wick and Azrael Kane will be taking on Chaos and Order. Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva brought together by the Wrestling Gods back at Wild Card, where they defeated Imaginary Friends to win the World Tag Team titles, but their reign was cut short by the Good Brothers. You know, they want a shot to redeem themselves. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, that in a handicap match alongside Guri Sukhanov, they were able to beat Xander Slate and Randy Orton. Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva, perhaps their last opportunity to get a shot at the World Tag Team titles. In order to do so, they've got to beat these two men, Hansi and Baron, the father-son tandem known as a Dance Party. Again, you might look at them, you might have yourself a little bit of a chuckle, you might not believe that they are one hell of a tag team, but former Fusion Tag Team Champions are the Von Brauns. Dance Party with a fresh start here on Genesis, looking to build themselves up the ladder. The chance to make history, become the first team to ever hold the Fusion Tag Team titles and the World Tag Team titles. The ATL had that shot last week, but again, they failed to defeat Slate Morton. So here we go, tag team action. Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva taking on Dance Party as referee Perry White rings the bell and the show continues on. Kick to the midsection right out of the gate, and a butterfly suplex by Big Hansi, who only ever wanted to be a dancer, but Papa made him become a fighter, and he is a hell of a fighter as well. Well, I guess I'll kind of cheekily confirm the first match for this year's Ascendance, because the Genesis Money in the Bank ladder match will actually take place at Ascendance 6, while Fusion's Money in the Bank will be at Battle Scars 4. This year's Battle Scars will be the Fusion exclusive pay-per-view. Last year at Ascendance had the Fusion's Money in the Bank, so this year will be the Genesis Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, Ascendance 6, guys, just 12 weeks away. I still can't believe it. The grandest stage of them all. Homecoming is the starting point to the road to Ascendance 6. Tag to Kevin Silva now. Both he and Luke Swanson, I think, work so well together because they're both such dangerous submission experts. Kevin Silva with that brutal, well, it's an abdominal stretch that he calls the Olympic stretch, while Luke Swanson, of course, has that octopus stretch. They love stretching, a lot of stretching there. I wonder if they stretched together before the match. What if Reese steps on gum? One of the rungs of the ladder has gum on it. Hans von Braun doing a good job, dragging Kevin Silva over to the corner, slaps hands with his papa. Big Baron now, the hairy beast. Scoop slam though, counters does Kevin Silva. Oh, drop it, Baron, right down onto the arm. Very easily could have snapped it in two. Down on one knee now. Baron brought up to a vertical base. This is going to take some strength from Kevin Silva, but he gets it done with a vertical suplex. Baron's got to be nearing, he's probably over 300 pounds. Look at that hair, man. I would refuse to fight Baron. Unless he got shaved. Taking over with that fireman's carry. Kevin Silva dropped down onto his derriere. Tries to pop back up. Baron going to help him out with that. Remember, a World Tag Team title opportunity is on the line for Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva here. Face first off the top turnbuckle. Baron looks for a tag to his son, and he'll get it. Great teamwork thus far by Dance Party. I think they had that advantage over Swanson and Silva. The experience of being a team for a long time, whereas Swanson and Silva just been together for about a little bit over a month. Unfortunately, Ryan Kemp won't be able to compete in the, well, not in the Genesis Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendance, but perhaps in the Fusion one at Battlestars 4. Gut-wrench suplex by Hans von Braun. Man, Kevin Silva is in all sorts of trouble here. Finds himself an opening though. Irish whip into the corner. Finally gets a tag to Luke Swanson. Irish whip. Double arm drag and then a double kip up, showing out their respective athleticism. Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva, I really think if they can get on the same page, could be an amazing tag team. Of course, we know that, look at this. Armbar being applied, hyperextending. And guys, Luke Swanson might get the submission here. Hans von Braun is not looking to escape. Actually, Luke Swanson let go. Perhaps not enough stamina to keep it locked in any longer. The damage certainly done to Hans's arm, so he makes a tag to Baron, brings him back in, double Irish whip, rebounds. Watch out, referee Perry White, back body drop. Luke Swanson had to have gotten a good 10 feet in the air there. Baron follows up, hook to the jaw, coming from behind, back suplex right down onto the neck, lands Luke Swanson. Shanaz held the Undertaker Championship for a week, I do believe, last season. No, Shanaz has never held the U.S. title. Shoulder claw of doom being applied right there. Now up onto 1D. Punch to the top of the head. Punch to the gut, though, to fire back by Luke Swanson. Now he closes in. Swanson digging down deep, perhaps a last-ditch effort here. The two butterfly suplexes going around. Brings it up into a butterfly facebuster. Yeah, Gumbel's a dirty cheater now. He's just sticking his little E-Fed wiener wherever it can fit. Oh, wait a minute. Luke Swanson, the Russian leg sweep, guys, transition into the octopus stretch, and Baron von Braun is in serious trouble. Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva looking to get themselves another shot at the Good Brothers from the World Tag Team titles. Wow, Baron gonna escape, though. And now look at the strength by Papa Bear. Military press. Luke Swanson, though, takes a deep breath, leap of faith, and here comes Kevin Silva with a fire lit up under his ass. Eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Kevin Silva plummeting down to the outside. Just like that, Dance Party take back control. Inverted suplex now. Dance Party would love nothing more than a debut on Genesis with a victory. Get themselves closer to a shot at the World Tag Team titles. Back into the ring. Remember, Luke Swanson is down. Kevin Silva is all on his own. Dance Party, you know it. Up onto the shoulders. Dropped into a world's strongest slam. That's actually how Baron Von Braun, that's the maneuver he utilized to win Dance Party the Fusion Tag Team titles towards the start of this season, but it will not be enough to keep down Kevin Silva for the 3 count. Nice escape by Kevin Silva, who I believe tried to shoot in for that capture suplex of his, but instead, Baron a bit quicker. Now a tag to Hans Von Braun. Dance Party with an assisted German suplex. Kevin Silva just got squashed like a bug. Now to the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Dance Party are victorious. I don't know why Luke Swanson didn't get in to break that up. Dance Party debut on Genesis, soiling the aspirations of Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva. No World Tag Team title shot in their future, but the Von Brauns with a fresh start, and they're looking to make the most of it. I don't know why Luke Swanson very, very easily could have made that save, but he chose not to. Perhaps this is the end to the short alliance we've seen between Swanson and Silva, as Dance Party going to make us watch as they celebrate a hard-fought victory. What a beautiful assisted German suplex that was. I'll give them credit for that. Oh, God. Yeah, you joined my sexual fantasy, Diamond, sorry. But from whatever that was, that monstrosity, to 2 more monstrosities. Hopefully that ring is reinforced, because we are about to a Clash of the Titans. International champion at Dallas Steel about to come head-to-head with the Russian Ogre, Guri Sukanov. These 2 men, of course, are represent Genesis in 2 weeks' time at Homecoming 3. Dallas Steel will be facing Fusion's United States champion Alistair Knox, while Guri Sukanov, of course, goes one-on-one with Damien, a Monsters Ball. But this is definitely the, well, literally and figuratively the biggest match in Dallas Steel's career as international champion. He has 3 successful defenses under his belt. 2 more, he'll set the record. But he's taking on a former international champion and Guri Sukanov. Guri Sukanov, who in over a year as a part of the CMV roster has only taken 5 singles losses. But we know that Damien, his opponent over on Fusion, has only also suffered 5. Damien's taken 5 losses altogether. I think only a 2 are singles matches. He lost to Shanaz, and then he lost to Paul Devine. So suffice to say that Damien versus Guri Sukanov, I hope for goddamn sure that ring is enforced at Homecoming 3. That is going to be a horrifying thing to watch. And a tweet here, guys, from team captain of Genesis. Josh Wolf says, "You don't have to win to impress me. Just do what you two are best at." Josh Wolf seemingly changing his tone from last week, where he was tweeting all night long about how his teammates better win and show what they're worth. I think maybe after his loss to Chris Andrews in that six-man tag, though, he's a bit humbled, especially after Reese Ortiz came after him for it. Wolf with a chance to reconcile that, though, going one-on-one with the Brit in our main event tonight. Yeah, certainly Gary Suganov, also a former Alpha World Champion. Dallas Steele, though, been in CMV since the start of the season, so about 6 months, and he's only taken one singles defeat. And that was to Eric Skarsgård. I'm certainly looking forward to Alistair Knox and Dallas Steele. That is going to be a very, very, very interesting match to watch. And here he comes, standing near 7 foot tall, over 400 pounds. The Russian monstrosity, the beast, Yuri Sukanov. Got something really annoying in my eye here. Dallas has had those tattoos for a good couple of months now. Yuri Sukanov quick to the ring. As we get it on, referee Perry White rings the bell, and straight out of the gate, Dallas Steele. I have never seen him tossed to the side like that. Usually it's Steele whipping his opponents around the ring like they're ragdolls. Oh my God, don't tell me. The international champion. Oh! Pulling Yuri Sukanov right into that big boot. Can someone come rip my eyeball out, please? I had no idea what could be in it. Super annoying, though. Keeps distracting me. Yuri Sukanov. New attire on the... Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Dallas Steele is looking like a child in this matchup. What is happening? I guess that's what you get when you're used to facing smaller opponents, or at least men your size. Yuri Sukanov, wow! From the second turnbuckle. Yeah, we haven't seen Gary in action in a couple of weeks. Apparently, he's been training. Oh! Fires back as the international champion, though, the genetic perfection, the God Killer. That kitchen sink turning Gary inside out. Dallas Steele now just relentlessly trying to wear down Guri while he's there. That's the strategy. I always talk about it when you're against a much bigger opponent, is to take them off their feet so that they cannot throw around their weight and use their strength, as Dallas Steele is doing a very good job of employing that tactic here. Forearm smash, but Yuri Sukanov does not want to let Guri see any, doesn't want to let Damian, I should say, see any sort of weakness. Damian's coming off a win earlier this week on Fusion, though he was against let's just be completely honest, against a much easier opponent in King Matt. Though King Matt did give him a little bit of a fight, surprisingly. Punch to the midsection, hook to the jaw. Dallas Steele doesn't want to, ow! Jumping cut, that's new for Dallas Steele. Jumping cutter from the international champion, hooks the tree trunk of a leg, but gets only a 1 count. Neither one of these men can really afford a loss, but one of them has to lose. Unless we get a double count out. Well, just jinxed it, rip in peace. Still to come tonight, guys, the debut of Uriel Wick and Azrael Kane, the Forsaken. Not to mention, up next after this matchup, Reese Ortiz goes one-on-one with Adam Scott. In our main event, Josh Wolf takes on Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews, as currently Yuri Sukanov is just whipping Dallas Steele around the ring at will with ease. Irish whip now into the corner. The former international and Alpha World Champion slowly approaches, putting Dallas Steele up to the top rope, not in place that he wants to be as Guri closes in and boot to the chest, though. Dallas Steele not taking a risk. He ain't no high flyer. Nice discus knee strike, though. And now Dallas Steele with the opening. Scouting out his surroundings. He knows he's getting deeper and deeper into the hole that he's digging for himself. Belly to belly. Just launching Dallas Steele clear across the entire ring. Now sucking off with a cutthroat taunt as Dallas Steele uses the ropes to get back up to his feet. Clothesline out of the ring, sent down to the outside. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Dallas Steele. Steele trying to keep his head above the water, but he's having absolutely no luck. Guri Suckinov is dominating the Alpha World Champion right now like only he can. Oh my God, no, no, no! Alley-oop in the back of Dallas Steele's head, cracking off of the ring apron. The sound of his skull meeting the steel just made me actually physically cringe. Somehow, though, that probably would have killed any sort of normal person out in the crowd, but Dallas Steele fires back with a jumping cutter, and now at a count of 6, perhaps my double count out, idea is actually going to come to fruition. No, count of 7, Dallas Steele saves us. And now Steele perhaps is going to go for that combination of his, the back suplex. Into the vertical, but instead Guri Suckinov fires off. Caught though by Dallas Steele, and Steele shows us his power, his raw strength, lifting up 400 pounds. Back suplex. German suplex. Now flipping him around. Can he actually do it? There's the vertical. Impressive. Just amazing that Dallas Steele was able to lift Guri Suckinov up 3 times there and then only gets a 1 count. My God, guys. 1 count off of that. Dallas Steele back on the hunt, though. He wastes no time. He knows that he can't. Hoisting the 400-pound fame, tries to, but perhaps his back is giving out. Suckinov, elbow to the top of the head now. Right back into the driver's seat. Back and forth they go. Tit for tat, counter after counter. Suckinov, no. No, 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 no. The Russian Ogre. The Russian Ogre. Sit out. Last ride powerbomb. But Dallas Steele just splattered off the canvas like a bug on a windshield. 1, 2. Just a 2 count, though. Dallas Steele shows us his resiliency to keep going in this matchup. Just think about that, the mindset that Dallas Steele has to be in. He is not used to this. He is not used to being the smaller man, outsized. Now squashed in the corner. And again, Dallas Steele wobbles out to the center of the ring, caught up in a sidewalk suplex. Suckinov, it's almost like he's playing with his dinner at this point. Yo, what up, Jay Gaming, my friend? Welcome to CMV. Welcome to Genesis number 125, third matchup of the evening. Dallas Steele just got absolutely jaw-jacked, and now there are no flies on Suckinov. Looks for another powerbomb. Instead, Dallas Steele somehow able to shake the cobwebs quickly there to fire back. Vintage Steele here, the international champion, with that modified suplex into the corner, into the turnbuckles. There's a reason that Dallas Steele calls himself the genetic perfection. Just looking at the guy, you can tell why. So insanely powerful. Oh, pop a bless for that host there, Jay. Appreciate you. Stomp down to the back of the head. And again, Dallas Steele now looking up at the legs. Headbutt by Guri Suckinov, the Russian Ogre, not afraid to use his own body as a weapon. It's his best weapon. Jumping cutter attempted by Guri Suckinov. So, Dallas Steele with the God Killer. Can he slay a giant, though? 1, 2. No, he cannot. What an incredible match, and Dallas Steel is absolutely beside himself. He cannot even fathom that that was not enough to get the 3 count. If you want to know more about us, Jay, you can type !CMV. Oh, never mind. Gumble's got you. Bless Gumble. Oh! Apparently the ring is reinforced, because if it wasn't, it would have surely collapsed right there. Dallas Steel just flinging Guri Sucking on the top rope with that arm drag. Somehow Guri seems unfazed by it. Yeah, you can check out our website, cmvwrestling.com, though, Jay, for more information. Guri now once again with the upper hand over Dallas Steel. Face to face they stand. Kick to the midsection. Into the power bomb position again. Oh, turn it up. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Oh, okay, that was an interesting setup for the Snake Eyes. Dallas Steel gets busted open as his face connects with the top turn. No. 400 pounds. Just, oh, I don't even have words to describe what we just witnessed. This is just a mauling at this point. I mean, to just see the way that Dallas Steel, wait, Guri, what? Guri's the one that's bleeding, apparently. I thought it was Dallas Steel that got busted open. Even though that wasn't enough to get the 3 count, surely this will be. If Dallas Steel cannot snap back to reality and make a clutch reversal, it is all over. Sit out. Last ride power bomb again. 1, 2, 3. Guri Sucking off, hands Dallas Steel his second loss, but the Genesis teammates, and Guri doing the right thing, a handshake, so we know that Team Genesis stays on the same page. An amazing battle between two brutes. Now we get an absolute thick boy classic that was. Hopefully Dallas Steel can get back on track en route to take on Alistair Knox at Homecoming 3. Certainly Guri Sucking off sending a strong message to Damien with that win. And a tweet now from team captain of Genesis, Josh Wolf, says, "You two are more than ready, but we need more time to improve. Come Homecoming, Fusion will be screwed." Wolf continuing to try to amp up his team and support them as a good captain should. But up next, guys, a singles matchup that certainly I think caught a good plenty off guard, because as I touched on earlier tonight, General Manager Castleflave allowed for Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf to actually choose their opponents tonight. And while Josh Wolf chose to face Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews in the main event, Reese Ortiz said that he's not going to be so flashy, he's not going to be so pompous as to choose to go after the World Champion. He'll wait to win the Invitational to do that. And so instead chose to face someone he said, quote, "I can put on a great matchup with for the fans," and his own partner, Adam Scott. This man. It is on next week's episode of Genesis in the main event, the finals of the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational. Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf meet finally one-on-one in a 2-out-of-3 falls match. Remember, Reese Ortiz is on Team Genesis at Homecoming 3, so he and Josh Wolf got to be on the same page. Adam Scott certainly looks ready for action, guys, as we get a tweet here from Reese Matthews that says, well, looks like the Bureau, I can never pronounce, I know how it's pronounced, but I can never pronounce it. Bureau, let me restart. Well, looks like the Bureau giving me time off was a blessing in disguise. Don't worry your little cheeks. The investigation continues soon. Keep your feetsies toasty, boys. Matthews got to be feeling good about its cheeky win over Elijah Stewart at the top of tonight's show, beating Elijah up to place in the top 4, letting us know that he is still on the hunt to find the dirty gum culprit. As here comes a man who has put the CMV universe up on their feet these past couple of months. Certainly turned some toes and gotten eyes on him. Nobody expected him to win the Cyborg Invitational, but he has a very strong chance to. He's still got to beat Josh Wolf next week, but if he does, he'll also make history on top of winning the Invitational and getting the Alpha World title shot, going down in history. He'll become the first man, the first Invitational winner to go completely unbeaten. As we talked about earlier tonight, the first annual Invitational, Troy Voodoo finished at 8-1. And then Justin Sane finished at, 6-1. And then last year, Travis King finished at 5-1 because he did get a count out, double count out at one point. Snap in the leg right there. Reese Ortiz not holding back. Remember what he said. I'm choosing to face Adam Scott because I know we can put on an amazing matchup together. Instead of being like Josh Wolf, being pompous and egotistical and choosing to face the world champion, Reese said, I'm perfectly fine with waiting until I beat Wolf next week and then get my shot at the world title at Cause and Effect. I can't pronounce Beru. I know how it's pronounced too in my mind, but I just can't pronounce it. The Federal Bureau of Investigation. I don't know. I can't. I could never do it. Irish whip. Reese Ortiz rebounds off the ropes. Nice. Lutez press. And geez, Adam Scott, maybe a little bit of marital issues because Adam Scott just wailed on Ortiz right there with the right hands. Off the. Oh no! Both. Okay. Taking a page out of Ortiz's book. He just hit that not even a minute ago. Lateral press pretty close to the ropes. Not even a 1 count. Bureau. Oh, I get it. Bureau. Backpack face buster now by Adam Scott. Yo, what up, Fox? It has been a while, my friend. Welcome back to CMV Genesis number 125, our 4th matchup of the evening. Up next, we have the anticipated debut of the Forsaken, Uriel Wick and Azrael Kane taking on Chaos and Order. Then we got D'Angelo Prince facing Brett Angel, no doubt the biggest matchup of Prince's career. And in our main event, Josh Wolf with a chance to redeem himself after what happened last week, taking on Alpha World Champion, the Bloody Brick, Chris Andrews. Chaos and Order at Cause and Effect. Overhand. Oh, God, did you guys just see the way that Adam Scott's arm was bent? I think he might be, I don't know. That did not look right. It kind of looked like it was bent the complete wrong way. Reese Ortiz, though, no rest for the wicked as he rams his partner's head into the top turnbuckle there, neck first. What? Oh! Helluva kick attempted at close range, but Adam Scott knows his husband far too well. Sends him into the opposite corner. And now it's Adam Scott who tries to fire something off. Ortiz shuts him down. Irish whip back into the corner. Building up a head full of steam. Helluva caught again. No, Adam Scott's not having it. Watch out, referee Perry White. You have yet to take a bump tonight. And Adam Scott. Reese Ortiz, though, count. Oh! I thought he countered there. Boy, was I wrong. Scott just kicking his fucking ribs into dust. And now Adam with the spare. 1, 2. Just the 2 count. You know that Reese Ortiz wants to keep his momentum at a high heading into his matchup next week with Josh Wolf. 2 out of 3 falls to see who wins the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational. Winner of the Invitational, of course, at cause and effect, will get a shot at the Alpha World Championship. Whether El Jefe or Chris Andrews is the Alpha World Champion remains unknown. We find out at Homecoming 3. Nice counter right there into a hatch suplex by Scott. Never forget. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Alicia Fox got injured at the Rumble. Inverted Dragon Rana back into the corner. Reese Ortiz needs to figure out some way to counter Adam Scott's offense. Again, tries to counter, but falls right into the same trap. I like how Barry White nearly got his freaking head kicked off there. Adam Scott takes a moment, loving the way this matchup is going for him so far. Even though he wants his husband surely to win the Invitational next week, this is a chance to get himself a huge win. He's coming off one a couple of weeks ago. He defeated Zach Cage, and now to put down Ortiz, another spear. And perhaps Ortiz chose wrong. 1, 2, 3. Adam Scott just pinned Reese Ortiz. So Reese Ortiz chose to face Adam Scott tonight in the Pick Your Poison, citing that he knew he could put on a great match with his husband and that he didn't want to be like Josh Wolf and choose to face, Chris Andrews, be pompous like that. But it backfired on him. Adam Scott, with seemingly no remorse, just defeated his husband, not even checking on him afterwards either. And of course, how did I know that Josh Wolf would come out of the woodwork? A Genesis team captain tweeting out, "You choked." And that's exactly what Reese Ortiz tweeted out last week after Chris Andrews pinned Josh Wolf with that 6-man tag team matchup. So, Wolf, I'm sure, was sitting in the back hoping, praying, on the edge of his seat waiting for Ortiz to lose there, and he got what he wanted. But remember, Wolf is still in action tonight in our main event, taking on Chris Andrews, so his night ain't over. Might not end the way he... Rage, you are indeed just in time. Woo! And our tertiary main event is the debut of the Forsaken Uriel Wick and Azrael Kane. 2 men who I could easily see being the what's the word I'm looking for? The new team on the scene, if you will. The stars of tomorrow. Certainly intimidating. I actually passed by Azrael Kane earlier tonight, and I simply said, "Hey man, looking forward to your matchup." He looked at me and he growled, I think. I'd never heard a noise like that before. Then he just walked off. Luckily, I wasn't holding any oatmeal like I usually am, so he didn't get a chance to spit in it. But these two are most definitely not having a walk in the park for their debut matchup as they take on former #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles, the Brothers Audrey of the 7 Deadly Sins, Chaos and Order. That's exactly what I was looking to say, Gumble. Couple of darn tootin' prospects in the tag team division. And there they are, our first look at the Forsaken. We talked about how last week they were watching as the Good Brothers struggled to retain the World Tag Team titles against the ATL, calling them weak champions, and that in time, the titles would find new homes with the rightful holders, of course, themselves. You can see the sheer size of Azrael Kane. This man is enormous. And fucking just about as jacked as any man I've ever seen in my entire life. But again, we cannot underestimate the brothers Audrey. Hopefully Uriel and Azrael do not. The angel of death and the angel of judgment awaiting the arrival. These men, multi-time contenders for the World Tag Team titles, never have been able to actually win the gold. But now as a part of the 7 Deadly Sins, hoping they can finally reach the peak of the mountain. Get that hashtag trending alongside Give Adam Valentine a Chance. And there is brother Nemean out front while Reynard falls in behind. An aura of darkness surrounding this matchup, no doubt about it, on Genesis number 126. Where up next after this, guys, D'Angelo Prince has the biggest matchup of his career when he takes on Brett Angel. Angel in his first singles match this season in over 6 months. And here's Adam Valentine making his cameo for the night, saying, hashtag give Adam Valentine a chance. Trying to get it trending is the self-proclaimed GOAT. Not in action tonight, but I'm sure still letting everybody know about his win last week in that triple threat. And here we go. Tag team action, the debut of the Forsaken taking on the brothers Audrey. And it'll be Uriel kicking things off against Radar, the representation of chaos, and just got immediately floored as Wick wastes no time going up to the top rope. I guess we could tell early on he's going to be the wily one of the Forsaken. Elbow drop straight down onto that chest. What precision. And now goes to the corner. This could be a rookie mistake to take the eyes off the ball. Obviously a strong start, but it ain't over yet. Kick to the back, moves out of the way though, does Reynard. Waistlock escapes. Wick with a punch to the back of the head. Now turning Reynard around. Irish whip, pull back into a pendulum backbreaker rather. The single knee digging into the lower back. The velocity at which Reynard pulled off that spinning Euro uppercut. Now it's tagged into me and the representation of order. The more civil brother. Rake of the eyes though there by Uriel. Not afraid to get his hands dirty. Caught up immediately at a DDT though. Here's a tweet I just found from earlier tonight before. Oh! Snap German suplex. Bridge to bring it together. Will it be a quick night for the Forsaken? No. Kick out by Nemean as Uriel, not getting paid by the hour, are the Forsaken, and a suplex pile driver, shades of Hall of Famer Scott Norrie. Oh, and the Forsaken, you might not even get a chance to see Azrael Kane. No, a kick out by Nemean. And here was that tweet from Uriel earlier tonight. He said, Father, open your eyes and watch your sons release the necessary evil upon the 7 deadly sins. Nemean continues to be caught in the web here of Uriel Wick. Irish whip back to the corner, says what's up to Reynard with a high knee up under the chin. Jesus Christ, Uriel is dominating. Tries for a tag to Azrael, perhaps finally we'll see the big man. Nope, countered by Nemean. Also a tweet here from Chris Diamond that says, hashtag don't give Adam Valentine a chance. Apparently the Undisputed Champion, not a big Valentine fan. Tag to Raynar now. Teamwork between the twins and a jumping cutter. Up to the second turnbuckle. Senton now lands across the ribs. Grabbed by the sides of the head. That's one of the down sides of having a longer hair, is it can be used against you. Falcon Arrow, sit out Falcon Arrow. Chaos and Order have been around in CMV for near 2 years. No, not near 2 years. Completely wrong. I was thinking of another team. They've been here just about 1 year, actually. I think. Where do they show up? It was around Purgatory, so Purgatory a couple months away, so they're nearly at their 1 year anniversary. Very impressive team they've been. Uriel gets the upper hand once again. Here's the tag to Kane. Oh, no. Taking a page out of vintage book. Big splash leg drop combination, and Kane might be well near 400 pounds. Raynar not standing a chance against this gargantuan beast. Oh, no. Hung up to dry over the top rope. Raynar is getting his clock cleaned thoroughly by the Forsaken. Vertical suplex now. Nice stall by Raynar. Woo, baby! Some unexpected strength there shown by Raynar. Now a Salida del Sol. No pinfall attempt by the maniacal Raynar Audrey. There we get a spear, though. Vintage. No time to waste. Raynar with a super kick. Right up in the beard. Might have knocked a tooth loose in the Forsaken. Gonna have a quick night of their debut. No. Kane survives through and is able to power out. Raynar looks to continue the damage out to the apron. Takes a risk, flies through the air. 450 splash. Textbook execution. Now a tag to Namian, and I'm definitely seeing the brothers Audrey work very well together in this matchup so far. Frequent tags as Namian goes to the top rope. He is not the usual suspect you'll see taking risks like this. Throwing caution to the wind. Question is, will it pay off? No, it will not. Sidesteps to Azrael Kane. Jawbreaker. Blocking whatever Azrael was going to attempt. Now a kick to the midsection. Wow, whatever Namian was going to go for, we're not going to find out, because now into the corner. Tag to Uriel Wick. The Forsaken looking to bring things to an end. Namian going to burn with the Forsaken. Hooks the leg. Will it be enough? 1, 2, 3. It will. Azrael Kane biting the bullet to allow Uriel to pin Namian. The Forsaken have arrived. Great strategy by Azrael. The God's Eye puts down brother Namian. And as you saw, Raynar tried to make the break. He instead ended up running into Azrael. And here's the God's Eye that did it in for Namian. I don't think the tag team division here at Genesis is ever going to be the same. All right, my fine feathered friends, co-main event time now as D'Angelo Prince is set to go one-on-one with the outcast Brett Angel. And the first time that Brett Angel is in singles action in over 6 months, half a year. Of course, it was last week that Angel was special guest referee for the Anarchy title ladder match. And I'd say pretty good job. It wasn't much of a match to officiate. General Manager Castlevade giving Brett Angel a relatively easy match for his first time being an official. Because in a ladder match, pins, submissions, countouts, disqualifications, he just had to make sure both competitors could continue and obviously raise the hand of the man who won, which he did. But now Angel, after proving he's the better referee than Perry White, can finally now return to being an active competitor. Actually had a run-in with D'Angelo Prince earlier tonight. Prince being really rugged with the living legend. Said, "You're an old-timer, Brett. You're nothing. Should have quit a long time ago. When I'm done with you, they're not even going to remember who Brett Angel was." D'Angelo Prince is slated for action at Homecoming 30 in 2 weeks, set to take on Anarchy champion Jaquan Shea. But this is no doubt the biggest matchup of Prince's career. He tried to act tough. He tried and succeeded to be strong in the face of Brett Angel, but you know deep down inside, D'Angelo Prince has to be aware that this will be no easy feat for him. Try to put on that face as if it were no thing but a chicken wing. And a tweet here, guys, from the Forsaken said, "Quick work, my father. Did you see your sons? Can you see that we are at your hand? This is only the first of our smithing, as all will be judged by the Forsaken as guilty." I think smiting, not smithing. I'm an idiot. D'Angelo Prince, though, a former Anarchy champion, coming off a win some weeks ago over Matsuda Tanaka. Dula Zaire going to be ringside here for Brett Angel. Of course, Zaire finishing off his run and the Invitational. We know that he'll be finishing dead last at 1-4. Here they come. Brule, Brett Angel, Dule Zaire. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how Angel fares here one-on-one. Because, again, it's been over 6 months since the last time we've seen him in singles competition. All season long, he's been used to having Zaire watch his back. Who, of course, Zaire is still going to be here cheering him on, you know, giving him the that ringside support. Brett Angel, we know he's one of the greatest singles competitors of all time, 4-time unmatched world champion, but still it doesn't matter your accolades in the past when you haven't had a singles match in half a year. You know, it stands to reason that no matter who you are, you're going to have to, you know, slowly come back into it. So to come in our main event up next, Josh Wolf going to go head-to-head with Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. Here we go, Zaire going to have to take his place ringside as this matchup gets underway. Referee Perry White rings the bell. Prince and Angel one-on-one. Collar and elbow tie up out of the gate. And apparently Brett Angel is going to keep on his hat and coat here. Clean break. Surprising enough there after D'Angelo Prince tried and seemingly succeeded to get under Angel's skin backstage earlier in the night. That Angel wouldn't give him a little bit of a receipt, a little bit of a cheap shot. Side headlock. Brett Angel going to escape into a head scissors. Wrenching viciously is Brett. Brett's not taking this matchup very seriously, I'd say, if he's keeping on his coat and hat. As if he's not going to be sticking around for very long. Gets back up to his feet. Oh! Prince spiking him like a basketball. Goddamn. Off that mat. Meanwhile, tweet from Genesis team captain Josh Wolf says, "This is my last tweet for the night. I only have one request from you, Britt. Make this match a bloodbath like it should be. Best of luck to you." So Josh Wolf wants a fight. Tell him, bloody Britt, you bring your A game, baby. I think D'Angelo was looking for a slap. Britt Angel said, "No way, my friend." Instead of modified neck breaker, swinging through, goes for a kick, moves out of the way. Does Prince the quickness advantage he's going to have in this matchup. But Brett, one of the absolute best of all time. Every single aspect he excels in. That was an interesting sequence there. See Dulazaire cheering ringside. Playing the role of cheerleader here in our co-main event. Overhead gets taken. D'Angelo Prince with that fisherman suplex. Brett Angel right back on the attack. Like a rabies-infested dog. Well acquainted is D'Angelo Prince. Becoming with the top turnbuckle as 11 times. He gets his face smashed into it. No quitting. Angel inverted suplex now. I think I'm about to take it all back. There is no ring rust on Brett Angel. It's as if, single knee gut buster to the midsection. It's as if he's even got better. Because we know that his run last season on Genesis was far from fantastic. Took a lot of losses, a lot of opportunities wasted. You know, that's why he brought Dulazaire with him back to Genesis this season. Said he needed a little bit of help. Perhaps we're going to show everybody that he's back to 100% again, though. Maybe look to one day become world champion again. Battles up to his feet. Elbow to the midsection. Elbow to the midsection again. Angel got thick. All right, we don't body shame here. It's 2018. Angel is a thick boy. All right, that's why he's wearing that coat. He's self-conscious because of people like you, Soul. Takes a cheeky bow as D'Angelo Prince before dropping the leg across the chest. Now up to the top rope. D'Angelo looking to throw caution to the wind and take a big risk late in this matchup, the biggest matchup of his career. 2 weeks away from facing Anarchy champion Jaquan Shea. Prince flies. Caught with a power slam, though. And that's Brett Angel, baby. That's one of the greatest of all time. That's the living legend. That's the outcast. Oh, now Angel, like the thick boy he is. Bam! Brett Angel, if wrestling doesn't work out for him, you could be a hell of a linebacker, hell of a defense. Like running into a brick wall right there. So now he holds his boot to D'Angelo Prince's gut. And a response from the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews says, "Was about time you stopped tweeting and focused on me. But you want a bloodbath? I can make that happen with a silver bullet to the head. All kidding aside, I look forward to our matchup as Brett Angel now lining up his shot. D'Angelo Prince to his feet on spaghetti legs. Counters though, playing possum, reeling Brett Angel in. Now a kick to the thigh. Boot to the gut, swiftly connects. Hangman's face buster by Prince. Brett Angel looks to be out of it. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though. Gonna take a lot more than that to keep down Prince. I love Britt's cheekiness there. Bullet to the head. Get it? Silver bullet. Josh Wolf. Get it? Get it? Prince knows that this win here will legitimize him as a serious threat to the rest of the Genesis roster. If he can say he holds a singles win over Brett Angel, couple of single leg drop kicks, I should say. Reeled into that neckbreaker again, takes the bow before dropping the leg as Dulazaire is forced to watch his friend and partner suffer. Usually if Angel was in this much trouble, he could tag in Desire, get himself a breather, but not going to happen in this one as D'Angelo Prince backflips out of a sidewalk slam attempt, and again, right into a second Hangman's Facebuster. 1, 2, 3, and D'Angelo Prince has just beaten Brett Angel here on Genesis. Absolutely incredible. What a win for D'Angelo Prince. The young and wily Prince with a lot to prove in this matchup has just defeated a future Hall of Famer. Angel's first singles match in over half a year. He brought it, he looked good, but it simply was not enough to handle this. Vintage dashing, redesigned D'Angelo Prince. First Matsuda Tanaka, now Brett Angel. Jaquan Shea had best be ready come Homecoming 3 for what Prince is bringing. All right, my friends, it is main event time here on Genesis number 125. No problem, Rage. It was a good match. Happy to have them, and I appreciate that. Welcome to CMV. As the road to Homecoming 3 continues. It was a pick your poison distributed to both Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf tonight. The opportunity to choose their opponents before, of course, going one-on-one in next week's main event, 2 out of 3 falls, to determine the winner of the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational. While Reese Ortiz decided to face his own husband, Adam Scott. And Adam Scott, surprisingly enough, actually defeating Ortiz earlier tonight. We know that Josh Wolf was very happy about that, tweeting out saying, "You choked." Well, now Wolf is up. And even though he's got a lot on his mind, the Invitational leading Team Genesis in the battle at Homecoming 3, he had best be focused, because no doubt this is one of the biggest matches of his career. Last week, the Bloody Britt embarrassed him in that 6-man tag. Wolf wants his shot at redemption. Of course, this is the matchup we could very well get should Josh Wolf win the Invitational. Should Bloody Britt retain against El Jefe at Homecoming 3, we will get Wolf Britt again, headlining Cause and Effect, actually for the championship. My friend, coming in late, but just in time for the main event, as here he comes. The man atop the mountain. The Bloody Britt, baby. The CMV Alpha World Champion, Chris Andrews, who is just 2 weeks away, June the 5th, Homecoming 3, from facing one of his best friends, the Royal Rumble winner, El Jefe, for the title. Britt certainly taken off guard last week when El Jefe announced that it was he would be choosing to face for the belt, when Britt seemed very confident that El Jefe was going to choose to go to Fusion and fight for the World Championship. We're able to stay on the same page last week, that 6-man tag, but it'll be every man for himself. Friendship, respect will be out the window when it comes to that Alpha World title, when it comes to Homecoming 3. Most definitely, Josh Wolf has pulled off some big upsets in the past in his career. This would be the biggest of them all, though, as referee Perry White rings that bell. Josh Wolf has definitely come into his own this season. Using the spirit of Fenrir, he says, to power his newfound aggression. Rough start. Wolf brought up over the shoulders, taken for a ride with that walking power slam. Tober doesn't like when I call it running. Welcome back, Bateman, you little beautiful angel. Snaps the arm over the knees, does Chris Andrews. Puts Josh Wolf in immediate pain. Might have regretted this decision. Josh Wolf already thinking in the back of his mind, whew, this was not smart. But he wants to prove himself. You know, while Reese Ortiz said it was brash, you know, it was egotistical, it was just Josh Wolf being flashy to choose to face the Brit tonight. I think in Wolf's mindset, he wants to, number one, get payback for Britt pinning him last week in that 6-man tag, and number two, prove himself as a legitimate threat should he win the Invitational next week, should he beat Ortiz next week and get the Alpha World title shot. Wants to prove, wants to say, hey Britt, I beat you one-on-one, I can do it again for the title, or even if it's El Jefe who wins the championship at Homecoming 3. Now this fight spills to the outside, and Chris Andrews doesn't give a fuck about what Josh Wolf's mindset is, or what Reese Ortiz is doing, or anything about Team Genesis. Britt is on Team Britt at any given time, and he is just wailing on Josh Wolf here ringside. Got to be wary of the referee's count, though. We know Chris Andrews thinks it's a legit way to win. Via countouts, that is. Count of 5, though. Josh Wolf with a dragon skinner. See Britt grabbing at his lower back. Count of 6, and Wolf makes sure this matchup returns to the ring. Sure, Wolf could have beaten Britt right there by count out, but then, you know, Josh Wolf is a very, I believe, what's the word I'm looking for? It's right there on the tip of my tongue. He's a man of principles, if you will. He doesn't want to win by count out. He doesn't want to win by disqualification. He wants to win by pinfall or submission. He wants to show the CMV universe that he can be world champion, that he can carry this brand. You know, Castle Fame certainly took a risk naming him as team captain. And look at this. I think that was a rope break, though. Josh Wolf luckily getting a quick boot under the bottom rope, forcing the break. Saved by the skin of his teeth, but now Wolf gets dropped face first on the top turnbuckle. This entire match has just been an onslaught from Chris Andrews, beating the holy hell out of Wolf. And Josh Wolf wanted this. He tweeted out just in the last match during the Coleman event, he said, Britt, bring everything you got. I want a bloodbath. I want you at your best. And that, I don't know if that was wise. Campbell clutch positioning, and Chris Andrews, it's almost like Josh Wolf is a pinata, and Andrews is just fucking whipping that stick at him. Into the corner, though. Josh Wolf finally with a little bit of pushback. Ooh, vindication. Big voice Vindy fan. The double-handed bulldog. Finally an opening for Josh, who reels Britt into a front headlock. Now a knee swinging right to the face. Not quick enough, though. Britt fires back. Irish whip into the corner. The Alpha World Champion puts Josh Wolf up high. Not a place that he wants to be. Boot to the chest, though. And Josh Wolf, high red district. Oh, stunner by Wolf. Always amazes me, this Josh. Always bringing something new to the table every single match. Scoop slam attempted, but Britt drops down behind, pushes Josh Wolf forward, creates a bit of distance, gonna use that now for the old school cliffhanger. The electric chair dropped down to a German suplex bridge, but only a 1 count. Chris Andrews, over the years here in CMV, his body's been broken, bruises, and busted open. Torn limbs, fractured arms, and he's been through the ringer. There's no doubt about it, but he's come out as one of the most resilient men we have ever had here in the company. And now Joshua resorting to using his own head as a weapon, trying to crack open Britt's head like it's a coconut. Shoulder thrust to the midsection. Once again, this matchup spills to the outside, and this matchup has completely shifted into the favor of Josh Wolf now. He is all over Chris Andrews like peanut butter on jelly. Just as I say that, though, the Alpha World Champion back up to his feet, knee to the chest, flips off the hard camera. Maybe just that specific fan in the front row. Is that an old lady? Old lady with the white hair and that green shirt, I think it just flipped off. Maybe that's Josh Wolf's mom. I don't know. Wolf, though, certainly some unique offense. Finished off with that stiff forearm smash, close range, count of 5. Again, Josh Wolf makes sure to keep his ear on the referee's count. Wolf has that driver's seat firmly in his grasp, and he knows it, but he should not be wasting an opportunity like this taunting, because here comes the Brit. Those few precious seconds Josh Wolf wasted, gonna come back to bite him, maybe not, claps the temples as I think Brit was going to the cliffhanger, up over the shoulders though, and Josh Wolf slammed into the corner, then out to the center of the ring, or near the center of the ring, with that power slam yet again, hooks the leg to pin to finish one, just a 1 count. Well, Josh Wolf told Britt to bring his A game. He certainly has, but Josh Wolf apparently at his very best as well, and that kick just pissed him off. Not going to end well for Chris Andrews. Up on the shoulders. Britt is no small man. Nearing 300 pounds, surely pure mass. Electric chair driver. You see how Wolf collapses down to one knee. Wolf is a cruiserweight, maybe a light heavyweight, but he looks more to me like a cruiserweight. He's never been the biggest man in a matchup. But he certainly, in nearly every single one of his matches, has the biggest heart as he waits for Andrews to get up to his feet and then catches him swiftly with the DDT. Nobody hits a better DDT in all of CMV or the wrestling world than Josh Wolf, but it only gets a 1 count. Wolf cannot believe it. He's bamboozled. But there is no more wasting time by Wolf. The jaws of Fenrir, and this would be the biggest win of Josh Wolf's career if he can defeat the Apple World Champion Chris Andrews and prove everyone wrong. But it is only a 2 count. You should expect no different from Chris Andrews. If he's going down, it is going to take a whole lot more than that. Brought him to his feet though, and a back body drop. And there's Britt. Like it ain't no thing, playa. Josh Wolf nearly getting caught up in the ring ropes there. Cliffhanger though, and it's Britt with a stomp to the chest now, making his opening as Wolf to his feet like, where am I? What day is it? But playing possum. Josh Wolf knew exactly what he was doing. Britt went for some revenge, but Josh Wolf said, nah fam, got something else for you, bruh. Grabs the hold of the tights, lifting reverse DDT. Up into the air, back down to the canvas. Fujiwara armbar applied there by Wolf, but Chris Andrews escapes it quickly. Snapmare knee digging into the middle of the back, and Chris Andrews with certainly an interesting hold. A straitjacket using Wolf's own arms to choke himself out. Britt saying, you do the work. Josh, though, look at the strength that he's exhibiting. Ah, and there's the howl. Britt's like, what are you doing? It ain't even a full moon. Small package. Looking to make Wolf pay for his insolence, but luckily, the vessel of Fenrir able to survive. Up over the shoulders again, this time hung up to dry on the top rope. That's going to make it hard for Wolf to breathe. Chris Andrews, his strategy coming together slowly but surely as now Wolf is tossed into the corner, not a place he wants to be. Up to the top rope, and Britt's been trying to hit something up here for the entire match. Again, though, Wolf's going to counter. Again, he takes a leap, this time for a senton. Throwing his entire body weight at the Brit. Chris Andrews knows he's in trouble, rolls to his feet. Josh Wolf telling him, bring it on, what do you got left? Couple of cheeky jabs, wobbles the Brit. Knee to the midsection. Into a Hurricane Rana. Josh Wolf is the total package, baby. There's nothing he can't excel at. But right now, he's running on fumes. Barely anything left, but what Wolf does have left, he's going to put into the power of this jaws of Fenrir, but instead gets busted wide open by the Brit. German suplex. And Wolf is already bleeding immensely. Short arm clothesline, donning that proverbial crimson mask. Once more to the arm. Chris Andrews wants to end this match, but make sure that Josh Wolf doesn't go home without a souvenir, without a broken arm. Tried for this earlier, and Chris Andrews counter. Not this time! Revenge! Josh Wolf falls to the canvas like a sack of stones. Oh! I was about ready to call it. Josh Wolf, man. Not the only one to bring the A game into this matchup, it would seem. Fuck your arm, mate. Classic Brit. Shows off his strength with that deadlift gut wrench suplex, but even though Josh Wolf can hardly see with the crimson red seeping down into his eyes, flip off, that just pissed Josh Wolf off. And that's exactly what Brit wants. Wants to use Wolf's own emotions against him. Military press, double rebound for the body splash to the lower spine. And going right after that open wound. Chris Andrews gonna do what he's gotta do. Hooks the leg. Brit to finish. Will the onslaught end? No, it will not. Only a 2 count produced for the champ. Goes for a punch to the side of the head. Josh Wolf says enough is enough. Elbow directly to the face. Float over DDT. This time, it's gonna connect. I don't know what is keeping Wolf standing on his own 2 feet in this matchup. I don't know exactly what's driving him at this point. His sheer will. As the wound just continues to leak blood more and more, and Brit shows no remorse. See how Josh is desperately trying to cover himself up, trying to block, but... oh my God. There is no taking it easy when you're up against the bloody Brit. For the fucking... oh, I thought he was going to try to put Josh Wolf up on the top again. Double axe out of the back of the head. Josh Wolf, though, has something else in mind. DDT! Chris Andrews on spaghetti legs. Forearm smash. Now the Brit's busted open. What a great combination brought together by the vessel of Fenrir. Perhaps the next contender for the Alpha World Championship, but Brit just absolutely no sell. Now Brit is bleeding profusely. You know what Josh Wolf said earlier in his tweet? He said, let's make this a bloodbath. That's what we're getting. German suplex again. Bam! Clothesline turning Wolf inside out. Middle of the ring, hook in the leg. Will this finally be enough? No, it will not. Is there any quit in Josh Wolf? Chris Andrews, both men gonna need stitches by the time this is over, as another delivery of revenge surely will mean the end. 1, 2. I think I might be equally as shocked as Chris Andrews is. How the hell did Josh Wolf just kick out of a second revenge? Not many men can say they've done that. Joseph Fenrir again out of nowhere, middle of the ring. Can Wolf pull off the upset of the century, the biggest win of his career? 1, 2, 3. He does. Oh my God. What a comeback. What an upset. Holy shit. Josh Wolf just pinned Chris Andrews center of the ring here on Genesis. What a great match, and Wolf just made a statement to the entire locker room and to the entire CMV universe that if he wins the Invitational, he is the next Alpha World Champion, and that nobody better ever underestimate him again. He's bloody. He's bruised, drenched in sweat. Britt the same. Both men might need next week off after that war. All right, guys, as always, if you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure that you drop a follow so that you know when I go live. CMV will let you know about 2 minutes or less. And we are on Xbox One, so keep that in mind. Upload your call with hashtag CMV. You know the drill. All of our rules are detailed on our website in the rules section. Exclamation point Twitter. We'll give you a link to our Twitter, obviously. You can follow us for signings, updates, match cards, all that kind of good stuff. Exclamation point Discord. We'll give you a link to our Discord. If you're going to join, make sure you definitely do it. Check that out. But one last tweet before we go off the air here by Josh Wolf says, that was exhilarating. I'm sure he's tweeting that as he's getting stitched up. Definitely a great matchup, though. Not great for Britt. He's been on a roll, and now he's hit a bit of a snag, and he needs that momentum because El Jefe has been doing like hella good since winning the Rumble. He's riding a huge wave of momentum, so Britt definitely going to need to try to get a little bit back on his side before Homecoming 3. But as always, let's finish things off with a cheeky word from the one and only. Walk with me through the pathway to more success. That's probably like the first time we've ever actually gotten a decent quote there. But I will see you guys on Monday for Fusion number 156.